In this video we will see how to configure the NetMan 204 network card using HTTP, HTTPS. What is needed? First thing, you have to insert in your web browser the hostname or IP address of the NetMan 204. Then you must enter the username and password found in the installation manual. Once login has been effected, you can browse through the menus to configure the NetMan 204. To make the new configuration active, it will be necessary to save. Some settings will be applied immediately, others will require a reboot. The first thing you see is the dashboard that immediately and simply presents you a synthetic view of the device and its main operating values. By clicking on the Data tab, it is possible to see the details of the data. Let's move on to the System Overview tab. Here, by clicking on the Download Service Log button, it is possible to generate and download a log file containing useful data to solve the main problems. By clicking on the Legal Information button, it is possible to access information regarding software licenses. Tab, History, you can find history file, event log with timestamp. Let's now go to the Configuration tab. NetMan 204 implements a series of services based on the main network protocols. In this area it is possible to activate or deactivate them according to your requirements. Let's see a brief description. General configuration, insertion of the PTRK code, the mnemonic name and the customized serial number. Command configuration, to disable remote commands on NetMan 204 and remote shutdown of the device. Data log configuration, to enable data recording. Network configuration, here you can configure a static IP address, specifying gateway, netmask and DNS, or use the DHCP protocol. It is also possible to manage other services such as FTP, serial tunneling, UDP port and relative password to communicate with the PowerShield 3 software. UDP Firewall allows you to configure a list of IP addresses or subnets that are allowed to communicate via the PC running PowerShield 3. Wake on LAN, here you can define the addresses that will receive a magic packet to turn on a specific server PC. A delay can be applied for the next defined MAC address. SNMP, with this type of communication protocol it is possible to define the system admin data and the battery replace day. The SNMP supported a V1, V2 and V3. Up to 8 trap receivers can be configured. Click on Test SNMP Trap to test if the entered configuration is correct. Now let's see that Modbus BACnet service, here you can activate or deactivate them. For the BCNET configuration it is necessary to enter the client's IP address and IP. JSON, NetMan 204 can send a periodic trap message, containing the status and values of the UPS, also in JSON format. By enabling the receipt of notifications in this format, the syslog service generates system events in syslog network protocol, centralizing the IT infrastructure logs on a single server. Let's move to the date and time area. NTP and time zone service allows you to synchronize the internal clock by specifying an NTP server and the appropriate time zone. After applying this configuration, NetMan 204 will acquire the new time. Now you need to go to the Date and Time Configuration tab to manually set the date and time for your NetMan 204. The last service that can be configured for your NetMan 204 is related to emails. Emails can be generated and sent to 3 specific recipients. The correct configuration includes entering the email server, the sender's address, the cryptographic system and user account credentials. The email can be generated in the event that certain conditions occur for the UPS or to report any alarms. For each recipient it is possible to indicate exactly which types of emails he will receive. A detailed report, daily and or weekly, can be generated and sent by email. The configuration can be tested by pressing the corresponding button. A pop-up will be displayed to summarize the test result. Sensor installation section. NetMan 204 is able to manage up to 3 optional environmental sensors, which can be connected via serial communication port, to monitor temperature, humidity and temperature with digital I/O. NetMan 204 allows you to configure remote shutdown via SSH. VMware Esxi. Nutanix. And Sinito. Now let's see the Administration tab. Here you can update the firmware, restore the factory configuration, reset the log file, reboot NetMan 204, change the local password. It is also possible to enable or disable the login via various protocols, activate or deactivate various services, manage user groups.
Tab device commands, key e possible enviar comandi alles collegato. Funzionalità disponibile solo per utenti di tipo administrator o power. The commands are as follows: perform a battery test, shut down the UPS with a delay in seconds, shut down the UPS with a delay of seconds and then reboot with a delay of minutes. This video assumes that the NetMan 204 card has already been installed on the UPS. Thanks for joining us.